Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with another reading for you guys. This particular one will be focusing on the Divine Masculine. So if this is something that you would be interested in watching, hopefully there's something here that I'll be able to tap into when it comes to you and your masculine. These are the decks that I'll be using, 2 of my own, volume 1 and 2 of my Thinking Man Oracle. And I will be clarifying everything with the Pining Rose Tarot, which is by CALICO Moon. General advice as always, so only take the parts of it that do resonate for you and release the rest. Let's get into it. Okay, Aries. Taking a look at the Divine Masculine energy. What does this look like? What are the messages that want to come through at this time? So I'll pull a few messages from both decks, and of course, you know, just only take the ones that you feel truly are coming from your masculine. All right, here we go. I'm guided to pull four messages. All right, the very first one. That night we were together, I never told you that I loved you. I'm hoping you felt it in the way I kissed you, touched you, made love to you. So take that if it makes sense. Something about the night that you guys spent together, those intimate moments. It wasn't just physical for them. There was definitely love there between the two of you. All right, let me grab one more from here, focusing on the masculine. And maybe you think about that as well, Divine Feminine. All right, what else for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? All right, 2 more cards from the masculine. We got this. I dreamt of you before we even met. So they've been trying to envision their ideal mate, perhaps, and when you came into their life, you know, maybe they felt like, oh my God, this is a literal dream come true for me, you know? And I'm also feeling from this message, regardless of what you guys are going through, this is your masculine basically telling you, it's like, hey, I'm here. I support our connection. You know, I'm willing to do my part. Are you willing to do yours, you know? All right, look at this. You're the only fish in the sea for me. They ultimately know that they could, excuse me, date other people, you know, maybe you can as well, but they don't want anybody else. They want you, you know. So if you have come to this reading because that's pretty much how you're feeling, you know, this is your masculine coming through in this reading to tell you you're it. You're it for him. That's it. So let's go ahead and clarify with tarot. So the people that I do readings for typically are in separation. And if you and your masculine are not together right now, he is telling you through this reading, I do dream of you. You're the only one that I want. And, you know, the memories that are coming through here about a particular night, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, when you guys were intimate, but it could have something to do with the conversation that you guys had. Because it's coming through saying, I never told you that I loved you. That doesn't mean he didn't feel it, you know? All right. So we do have the Hierophant. For some of you, your masculine could be Taurus, or Divine Feminine, you are Taurus. So traditions, education, religion, institutions, spiritual wisdom, marriage. Basically, this card is definitely focusing on your masculine's commitment, whether that was an issue for you guys or it's simply coming through to reiterate that he intends to dive in fully into this partnership. He wants to commit to you, Divine Feminine. This is the next card. We've got the Ace of Wands, okay? So new creative inspiration, potential, growth, action. I feel this is a masculine who definitely wants to do something about the separation, or, you know, wanting to reach out and communicate to you, especially if you guys haven't been talking. This is the next card right here. We've got the Fool. You see? What he's telling you here in this reading, Divine Feminine, is that he really is focusing on starting fresh, you know, despite whatever you guys have been through or Maybe this is his way of taking responsibility for his role in the obstacles that you guys are facing or the distance between the two of you. New beginning is definitely what they're wanting. We also have the Magician coming through here, guys. Manifestation, manipulation, witchcraft. I feel part of the issue for some of you is that your masculine could have been manipulative, especially if there were trust issues in the partnership. It doesn't necessarily have to equate to cheating or a third party unless that is a part of your story with your masculine. I feel what he's focused on here and wanting to manifest at this point is to prove to you that he doesn't want anyone else. You know, again, you're the only fish in the sea for this masculine. Six of Wands. I mean, a lot of these cards coming through look quite positive in the direction that it is presenting itself here, guys. You know, victory, success, recognition, celebration, confidence. That is a part of the interpretation of the Six of Wands. And maybe you've had your doubts, you know, it's like, can we actually make this work? You know, maybe you weren't feeling too confident, or it could have been the masculine coming through, doubting their confidence, whether or not you would be open to a second chance or to reconciling if you guys are apart. It's like we're seeing what he wants, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what you want, Divine Feminine. Or it could be what you want, but he's not sure. So that could be an issue for this masculine, just doubting, you know, where things are at. But ultimately, we do see what it is that he wants, which is a new beginning here. More than likely, yes, you guys have had this Tower experience. Divine intervention, upheaval, a sudden change, definitely very chaotic, you know, but during this time apart, I feel your masculine has had to face at least their role in why you guys even experienced the Tower moment. And if you look at this image, you know, I find it so interesting. It's like this person, they're crying, you know, we see a tear coming down. And maybe they haven't trusted their intuitive nature before, but perhaps, you know, they're really tapping into that. So they could be picking up off of your vibe, Divine Feminine. And look at this. So the feminines are coming in with the energy of the Empress. There you are. Divine Feminine, mother, nurturing. Take it if it makes sense. Some of you guys could have had a family together, you know. So maybe during this time, Divine Feminine, you've really been focusing on taking care of yourself as well as your family. But I really do see this masculine seeing you as their person. They don't want to build a life with anyone else, just you. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. I love it. You know, we're seeing victory, success, and I love that this says success as well. Wealth, financial security, stability, family. The reference to family is certainly there, and success is certainly a part of this as well. I feel maybe during this time apart, if you guys are apart, you've worked very hard on your own lessons, whatever it is that you needed to learn through this journey apart from your person, and they've had to do the same thing. But this could also be success by way of a career, finances. That could be something that's going really well in your life, or the masculine. So I really love how it's coming together, because I feel that if both of you were to really sit down and address whatever the issues are, and it's different for every person tuning in, I feel if you guys were really to have a productive conversation, you guys could iron it out, you know? And this is the next card. We have the Justice card, followed by the Six of Cups. You see, they are definitely thinking about you. They're focused on you. They're feeling very nostalgic. The memories that you guys have shared together. And remember something about that night, right? That night we were together. They remember it. So there's something very special about that moment when you guys were talking or being intimate, and they think about it. So, you know, maybe things have been a little bit off kilter between you and your masculine, but I'm ultimately getting what they're wanting is a reconciliation, which is a part of the energy of the Six of Cups. and just really bringing balance back into your life. You know, so maybe they weren't so balanced before, but I feel they've had to work on that. And the energy that they're bringing you, I feel, Divine Feminine, is a really good one. All right, guys, so that is what I have. If you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box, and I'll link all the decks here down below as well. Thanks so much, Aries. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.